The fourth precept of the church is that you shall observe the days of fasting and abstinence established by the church. And this is really to ensure that we have times of self-discipline and penance which prepare us for the liturgical feasts, to help us to acquire control of our instincts and freedom of heart. In fact, the Council of Trent says that the entirety of the Christian life is to be one of penance, that we should always be looking for opportunities and ways that we can do penance, even in little tiny things. Of course, we know that the days of fasting and abstinence are very small now. We refrain from meat on Fridays during Lent, and on Good Friday and Ash Wednesday, we refrain from meat and we fast. A fast is one main meal and two small meals that don't equal a main meal. It's very, very low bar. Again, low bar. We can obviously do more than that. And I think the bar is lowered because it's hard when you can't achieve that. If we made it you can't eat anything on those days. Oh, we feel this burden. It's not supposed to be a burden so much as it's supposed to be a reminder, so much as it's supposed to be sharpening our will, strengthening our resolve to follow Jesus. But the church, I think, in her wisdom, has mitigated that to some extent. Now, one thing that we remember that, years and years ago, every Friday was a day that you couldn't eat meat. And even still, restaurants have fish fry Fridays, which is kind of ironic. And now we think, oh well, now you can eat meat on Fridays. Well, yeah, this is true, but actually, what the regulation is that if we aren't going to refrain from meat on Fridays, every Friday, all Fridays except for solemnities, but every single Friday, then we have to do some other suitable penance. And again, it doesn't have to be something burdensome. That's not the point. The point is to remind ourselves what Jesus did on a Friday, that he died for us. And so to think of some little act of penance is really helpful. Personally, I think refraining from meat is a great practice. I like that it's a corporal practice that we do together. And, there's something about this, Catholic culture, like, oh yeah, we're Catholics. We don't eat meat on Fridays. It's a good little thing that we can do. And then when Lent comes, we don't accidentally eat meat because we're used to not eating meat on Fridays. But whatever you choose to do choose to do something. Do it as a family together. Have some little discipline. Maybe it's a decade of the Rosary after dinner. Maybe it's some extra prayers. Maybe it's whatever. You think of something. But meat is obviously still a good one and recommended. So, fourth precept of the church: observe the days of fasting and abstinence.